If I had to start from absolute zero, no savings, no stocks, nothing, here's exactly how I'd build my wealth from the ground up. No hype, no shortcuts. Just a step-by-step plan anyone can follow. Because the truth is, it's not about how much you start with. It's about what you do next. Today we will talk about if I had to start investing from $0 today, I'd do this. So before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. 1. Laying the foundation, mindset first. Before you invest a single dollar, you need to get your mindset right. Investing isn't a lottery. It's a disciplined, long-term journey toward financial independence. If I were starting from $0 today, I'd begin by viewing money as a tool, not a goal. I'd stop obsessing over getting rich fast and instead focus on building good habits consistently. It's easy to get overwhelmed by investing jargon or feel like you're behind. But the truth, the best time to start was yesterday. The next best time is right now. You don't need thousands to begin. You just need consistency, patience, and clarity. I'd commit to thinking in decades, not days. Wealth grows slowly, like a tree, not instantly like a firework. This shift is crucial. I'd also take responsibility for my future, understanding that nobody, not a financial advisor, TikTok guru, or even the government, will care about my money like I do. It starts with me. 2. Getting my financial house in order. Investing while drowning in high-interest debt or without an emergency fund is like building a house on sand. If I had $0, I'd start with a solid financial foundation. First, create a budget. Track every dollar I spend for a month, no guessing. I'd use apps like YNAB or a simple Google Sheet. Then, I'd cut out obvious leaks, subscriptions I forgot about, eating out mindlessly, and impulse Amazon buys. The goal: free up cash flow. Next, I'd build a mini emergency fund, $500 to $1,000, in a high-yield savings account. This prevents credit card reliance. Speaking of which, I'd aggressively pay off any debt with greater than 6% interest, especially credit cards. Once debt is manageable and I've got breathing room, I treat my budget like a machine. Part goes to bills, part to savings, and part to investing. Only then am I truly ready to start growing wealth, from a place of strength, not desperation. 3. Understanding the basics. What am I investing in? Many beginners jump into investing without knowing what they're actually buying. I wouldn't make that mistake. I'd start by understanding 3 key concepts: stocks, bonds, and index funds. Stocks are ownership in a company. Bonds are loans you give to companies or governments. Both go up and down in value, stocks usually more, but with higher long-term rewards. The secret weapon? Index funds, low cost, diversified bundles of investments that mirror the market. I'd avoid stock picking. Instead, I focus on broad index funds like DTI, Total US Market, or VT, Total World Market, which give exposure to hundreds or thousands of companies. I'd also learn the difference between Roth IRAs, traditional IRAs, and taxable accounts. Tax-advantaged accounts are key to long-term growth. Investing isn't about gambling. It's about ownership, patience, and compounding. With this foundation, I'd confidently invest without falling for every trending stock or YouTube hot tip. 4. Starting small. Automate and be consistent. Starting from $0, I know every dollar matters. I wouldn't wait to have $1,000. I'd start with whatever I could. Even $5 or $10 a week adds up. Thanks to fractional investing, platforms like Fidelity, Vanguard, or even apps like Sophie and One Finance let you buy portions of index funds. I'd automate my investments to happen after payday, so I never have to remember. This removes emotion from the equation. I'd also use a Roth IRA if eligible. It allows post-tax money to grow tax-free forever. If I had a job with a 401 match, that would be my first priority. It's literally free money. But even without that, I'd make investing automatic. The goal here isn't to make big bets. It's to build a habit of consistent investing. Because ultimately, wealth isn't built from intensity. It's built from consistency over time. 5. My first $1,000, where I'd put it. If I were handed $1,000 today and had no debt, I'd keep it simple. I'd open a Roth IRA if I qualified, based on income limits, and I'd invest it in a single target date index fund like Vanguard Target Retirement 2065, VLXBX, or a total market ETF like DTI. These funds are diversified, low cost, and automatically adjust over time. If I wanted a slightly more hands-on approach, I'd go 80% VTI, 20% BND bonds. Why not crypto or individual stocks? Because I'm not trying to hit home runs, I'm trying to build a strong base. I'd also keep that $1,000 invested no matter what the market did next. The real test. Staying the course during volatility. That first $1,000 is less about gains and more about behavior, learning how to tolerate risk, ignore noise, and stay invested. From there, every extra dollar invested just adds fuel to the fire. 6. Handling fear, doubt, and market drops. Markets will crash. That's a guarantee. If I were starting from scratch, I'd prepare emotionally from day one. I'd read up on historical trends, how markets fall and always recover over time. I expect drops, not fear them. During my first 10% dip, I remind myself, I'm buying on sale. The wealthy know that volatility is a feature, not a bug. I'd also stay away from constant news watching. It feeds fear. Investing is 80% psychological. I keep a journal of my investment thoughts and decisions so I don't react emotionally. The key to success isn't predicting the future, it's sticking to the plan. I'd build a simple rule: never sell unless I truly need the money. If I want to sleep at night, I'd adjust my asset allocation, not bail entirely. The goal is not to feel nothing, it's to feel fear and still follow the system. 7. Growing beyond basics, education and evolution. Once in the game, I double down on financial education. Not flashy TikTok videos, but solid, timeless books like The Simple Path to Wealth by J.L. Collins or I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi. Podcasts like Bigger Pockets Money and Animal Spirits would keep me informed without panic. I track my net worth monthly using free tools like Empower, formerly Personal Capital. I'd also start exploring next-level topics: asset allocation, tax optimization, and alternative investments like REITs or I-bonds. But I never stray far from my core strategy: broad, low-cost index investing. As I earn more, I'd increase my investment contributions, bumping it to 20% or more of income. My investing style would evolve, but always anchored in discipline. Wealth is built by learning, earning, and compounding over time. I'd be a student of the game, always curious, always improving. 8. Playing defense, insurance and safety nets. Investing is about offense, but wealth is also protected by defense. If I were starting from $0, I'd recognize how easily financial momentum can be destroyed without the right protection. First, I'd make sure I had health insurance. A single medical event could erase my progress. Next, I'd get renter's insurance if I didn't own a home. If I had dependents, I'd add term life insurance, not whole life, just the simple, affordable kind. I'd also work on building a true 3 to 6 month emergency fund after my first few thousand is invested. This goes in a high-yield savings account, not the stock market. It's my buffer when life throws punches: job loss, car repairs, vet bills. A strong defense means I don't have to sell investments at a loss when I need cash. It allows me to keep my strategy intact even under stress. And that is how real wealth survives. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up. Leave a comment and click the button to subscribe.